And it's Canadian rules, ladies and gentlemen, as we are live here at Toronto Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And it's the North American Bowl, the first one here in the GFL, as it will be the United States taking on their neighbors to the north, Canada. And we'll head down to midfield for the coin toss.
Select heads or tails.
So USA selecting heads.
It's tails. Home team. Select
And it's tails, so Canada will decide whether to kick or receive. And Canada has chosen to receive. And both teams headed out onto the field to get this one underway. And number 7 will be kicking this one away. And it's away, and the first ever North American Bowl is underway here in Toronto as number 10 takes it to the 30, and that's where they're going to mark it. So Canada will start at their own 30-yard line. And remember, we're under Canadian rules, so here are some of the rules. First, third down will act as fourth down here. So on third down, you can either punt it away or go for it. And they'll be tackled for a loss, and it brings up 2nd and 17. And also, we got two 50-yard lines on the field instead of just one, and then the field goal posts are at the goal line instead of in the back, whereas they are in the American version of football. And then, of course, the end zones are bigger, as number 17 will punt it away, failing to get the first down. So number 17 has it, and he's tackled at the United States 55. So one of these teams will be crowned the North American champions. And here we go, handoff to number 34, and that goes nowhere as it brings up 2nd and 10. So that's the unique thing about Team Canada, is they're the only team in the GFL to play under Canadian rules, or the Canadian style of gridiron football, and that's a bullet pass, and that goes nowhere and brings up 3rd and 10. So because of the Canadian rules, USA will have to punt it away right here. Number 3, a booming kick. And hand off to number 10 as he's taken down at the 18. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have another bowl later in the season. That's going to be called it will be Argentina versus Brazil. That game will be the South American Bowl. So one of those two teams will be crowned the champions of South America, just like one of these two teams here will be the North American champions, whoever wins this one. So a beautiful day here in Toronto as number 1 lined up at the gun. And throws a deep pass right here, and it's complete to number 84. Heavy traffic to that was Lopez. So gain of 32. And a short throw to number 87. Number 87 stumbles, and that's only a gain of 2.
Second and 8. From the 54-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 now. One last chance to try to get the first down. And he's going to throw to number 40, and they can't get the first. And it brings up 3rd and 4. As Canada gets set to punt it away. This has just been back and forth between these two teams. It looks like he will He's at the 5-yard line right there. And does he get to the 10? Oh, no, he's down at the 15. That was Control. That one. And now handoff to number 34, and that's only a gain of 2. So number 6 lined up in the gun as he looks for a receiver in danger here. And he gets it to number 81, who gets the first down for the United States. So 1st and 10 for the Americans. And number 34 goes down after a gain of only 1. And that will be 2nd and 9.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Now number 6 looks. And it's picked off to number 45, and he stumbles down the sideline and goes out of bounds at the 25.
The ball is on the 25-yard.
So Canada now has a chance to score. I thought that may have been a pick 6, but hold on. And that's going to be offsides on USA.
Right.
So it will now be 1st and 5 for Canada.
Ready, set, hut, hut.
So number 1 looks in trouble here. And he gets it, and it brings up 2nd and 3. Complete to number 89.
2nd and 3.
Naria.
Ready, set.
Lined up in the I formation is Team Canada. And defense closing in, and Naria is able to get it again for a Canadian first down. So 1st and goal now for Canada, as we've reached the end of the first. And after the first,
0.
the score is 0-0. So both teams unable to score in the first, and it's on to the second.
1st and 10.
So 1st and goal now for Team Canada. Canada off to a good start in the season, 1-0, as the United States, and oh, look at that. Touchdown Canada, as it's complete to number 18. So Canada becomes the first team to score in this one. And now number 6 out to kick the extra point. And it's good. That was Shippey.
The
Kicked that one.
0.
And so Canada now leading 7-0 in this one. Live in front of a sold-out crowd here in Toronto. I don't think there's not one empty seat in this stadium right now. That's how big this game is right now. So number 6 is going to kick it away. And number 14, let's see how many yards he can gain here. And he is down at the 27.
It's 1st and 10.
And number 6, short throw to number 34, still on his feet, but he's taken down at the 31, and it brings up 2nd and 6. And in trouble here as he hits it before he's sacked, but it goes incomplete. That brings up 3rd and 7. And as they punt it away, number 10 gets it. And Canada will start their drive at the 43-yard line. Their own 43-yard line, that is.
Red 32. Red 32. Ready, set. Hut, hut.
Number 1 handoff to number 40. And he goes down after a gain of only 2.
In second and 8. At the 45-yard line.
Ready, set. Hut, hut.
And now number 1 looks. He's going to throw a deep one here. And that's going to go too much defensive coverage on that. And it's going to bring a 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd and 8.
So Canada will punt it away. And both of these defenses doing a tremendous job. As number 17 will punt it away. It is a windy day here in Canada. As he is down at the 34.
It's 1st and 10. From the 34-yard line.
So number 6 handoff to number 34. And I'll never forget, of course, being a Bears fan myself, you know, the number 34, of course, worn by none other than Hall of Famer Walter Payton for the Chicago Bears. Now handoff to number 34. Number 34 going to run up the gut here. And that's going to bring up the 3-minute warning. So it'll be 2nd and 1. Second and 1 here. Looks, throws, and it's no good. Goes incomplete. So, no, wait a minute. They're going to go for it here. I don't know if this is the best decision, but they're going to go for it. And they get the 1st down. USA able to continue the drive. Complete to number 84. A risky decision, but the United States will remain on offense while Canada remains on defense. And now number 6 is going to throw this one to number 86. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, it just goes to show you how bad USA wants to win the North American Cup. And one of these teams has an opportunity to go down in history as being the first North American champions. Who's it going to be, USA or Canada? As number 34 able to get a 1st down. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is your best style of football? Do you like the Canadian style or the American style of football? Or even the college? If you're comment in the section below. See what the opportunity is. Number 86 able to shake off the tackle, and that brings a 1st and goal almost to the end zone there. But they'll mark him down at the 2-yard line. Here we go, numbers. USA lined up in the I formation. It's number 6 in trouble here. Throws it, and that's a touchdown. Touchdown, United States. So Team USA able to put 6 on the board and just a point away from tying it up. As number 7 will kick the extra point. And there you see the clock, 1:04 left in the 2nd. And it's good. So we are tied. And that was Garcia.
Visitor 7. Home 7.
So we're tied 7-7 here in Toronto. And this is the one you want. I mean, these are the games to look forward to, close ones like this. You know, nobody wants to see a blowout or a shutout You talk about two evenly matched teams, and you know USA needs this win. And we have already had teams this week go 0-2, and Team USA does not want to join them. They want to make their record 1-1. Canada, on the other hand, they want to go 2-0. We still have a few undefeated teams here. I think Australia and France are 2-0. And Canada, of course, wants to join them. So, complete to number 89. He's taken down, and it brings up 2nd and 6. As he's down at the 35.
Second and 6. From the 35-yard line.
Number 1 lined up in the gun. And going to throw here. As he looks, he throws to number 84 and taken down, but picks up the first down in the process.
It's 1st and 10.
Blue 18. Blue 18. Ready. Hut, 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 hut.
So handoff to number 40, and he's going to be stopped behind the line, and they're going to lose one as it brings up 2nd and 11.
It's 2nd and 11.
Great job by
From the 46-yard line.
this American defense to stop Canada. And here we go, short third to number 89, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
At halftime, it's visible.
So at halftime, we are tied 7-7. And it still raises the question, who's going home with the North American Cup? Will it be the United States, or will it be Canada? And we're ready to start the second half as both teams headed back out onto the field. And probably got some words of wisdom from their coaches. Find out what they need to improve on in the second half. And they're going to kick this deep. And now, of course, the goalposts used to, for those who don't know, the NFL used to have the goalposts the same as the CFL does, or the Canadian-style football, have them, near the goal line instead of behind the end zone. But one of the reasons why the NFL decided to move the goalposts, because of this, what happened in one of the Super Bowls, it was one of the early ones. It involved the Washington Redskins, and it was a throw to Jerry. The quarterback was back to throw. Jerry Smith was the intended receiver. And as he went to throw, the goalpost, he accidentally hit the goalpost. The ball hit the goalpost, and it was ruled incomplete. So that offseason, the NFL decided, okay, we're moving the goalpost to behind the end zone. That way, it does not get in the way. And number 52 is going to sack number 6. That's Shelko. So Shelko was one at the sack. Now, should the goalpost still be there? I mean, it does create kind of a challenge because you gotta make sure you don't hit the crossbar or hit the uprights.
It's 1st and 10.
But like I said, the CFL still has their goalposts, at the goal line instead of behind the end zone, like the NFL does, of course, here in the GFL. So 2nd and 3 now, one last chance to try to get the first for Canada. Ball on the 35, and hand off to number 40, and this is going to be a first down. Control able to get the first down. And now number 1. Hands it off to number 40, and number 40, he's going to go back and around. You don't see that very often from a running back, but it worked out as that's only 2nd and 1. So let's see if Canada can get first down on their next drive.
Ready, set. Put, put. Put, put.
Handoff to Cantrell, and wait a minute, it's a fumble, but Canada able to hang on, and they'll still get the first down. It was number 87 that got it, and he was still past the line, so it still counts as a first down. And number 40, hopefully this time can hang on to it, and he goes down, but not until he picks up the first.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Blue 18. Blue 18.
I just want to see the outcome. I want to see who's going to win that cup. And here we go. Number 1 going to run with it as he's taken down. And it'll be 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd and 6. The ball is on the 41-yard line.
On the 41-yard line is number 1. Throws. Complete, but can't get the first. That brings up 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd and 8.
So Canada will send out the field goal unit as number 6 will try to put 3 on the board here. As he's from a long way out. This is going to take some muscle. And it's no good. And number 17 is going to does get 1 point. That was a Rue. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I don't know. I've never really followed Canadian football. It's just kind of hard. So I guess they will get 1 point instead of 3. So Canada able to break the tie as they lead 8-7 against the United States. So handoff to number 34 as he goes up the gut, and it will be 2nd and 4. And number 6 going to run with it, but can't get the first. Brings up 3rd and 2.
It's 1st and 10. At the 24-yard line.
White. Put, set.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 8. So, for those who don't know, okay, the rules: a single is a war. It's called a single, but they also call it a rogue. I guess is what it's called. Not a rue. Why did I say rue? I think it's called rogue, but. Anyways, it's a fumble, and I think the USA is going to get it. Oh, no, Canada will hang on, but they still have to, but they're going to punt it here, so, remember, Canada still leads by 1 after that single, so Canada will have to settle for 1 point instead of 3, and number 17 takes it. So, okay, for those who watching the United States, you don't, or who don't follow Canadian football here, a single is awarded to when the ball is kicked into the end zone by a legal means other than a convert, successful or not, or a successful field goal, and the receiving team does not return or kick the ball out of the end zone. So, number 17 of USA took a knee in the end zone, which basically gave Canada that extra point. So, I don't understand why, but Because now Canada has the lead because of it. And now number 6 going to throw. And that's going to go incomplete. And it looks like the United States will have to punt it away. Oh, no, they're not. 3rd and 11, and the United States is going to go for it here. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Able to convert on 3rd down. So the United States will stay on offense after it's complete to number 12. So USA has called their last time out here. And Canada only has 1 left. And remember, in Canadian football, you only get 2 timeouts instead of 3. So you got to make it count. Second and 7, number 6 looks. He's going to throw a deep one here. And it's caught in traffic. And USA gets a fresh set of downs. I can't believe what I just saw there. Thrown in coverage and still managed to get the first down. That is unbelievable. And now handoff to number 34. And now USA looking to just run down the clock. So number 18 has it, and he will get the first down. Complete and gets the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Americans. Ball on the 21. And number 6 going to run with it here. It doesn't gain that much. It gains a little bit, but it was for Ruby as it brings up 2nd and 7. So Harubi throws, and that's going to go incomplete. So the question is, do you go for it here or just play it safe and kick the field goal? And they're going to risk it all right here. I don't know if this is the best decision, but... And it's not. What were they thinking? You were right there. There's under a minute left. You were right there. You could have kicked the field goal instead of going for it on 3rd down. You could have taken the lead. But Joe, you had to be a big man. You had to get the touchdown.
Second and 3.
You couldn't settle for the alternative. And you wonder why USA is 0-1. And they're about to go 0-2 because there's hardly any time left on the clock unless miraculously they force a fumble and recover it, or they can get a pick 6. But I don't see any of those situations happening right now. Number 17 will kick it away. So it's a race against time, and they don't have any timeouts. 14 seconds left in the game. So right now, all they need is to get into field goal range, and they could win this. Number 34, he's going. He needs to down it here. And Mulder's able, 4 seconds left. And here we go. They're going to send out the kicking unit to win the North American Cup. And it's no good. Wait a minute, it's a rouge. So we're going into overtime. The game's not over. So now USA is able to tie at 8-8. So hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into overtime. And there you can see at the end of the fourth quarter, or the end of regulation, I should say, the stats. As we're going to go back to midfield for the coin toss.
It's heads. Home team. Select kick or receive. The away team will start on offense.
Okay, here we go. And there's no time limit. There's no play clock, so... Ladies and gentlemen, I will.
Holding offense. Penalty decline. Third down.
It's 3rd and 5. The ball is on the 50-yard line.
So they'll start. Oh, did it bounce?
From the 35-yard line.
It did. I was looking at what the overtime rules were for Canadian football, and that's going to go incomplete. And the first North American Bowl
From the 35-yard line.
goes into overtime. Remember, there's no play clock, and that's going to be 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10. From
So
the
now,
35-yard line.
number 6 looks to kick, to put 3 on the board. And it's good. So Canada able to break the
It's
tie.
final. Visit.
And wins the game. So Canada are the North American champions. As the North American Cup is staying here in Toronto. As Canada wins it 11-8. And Canada will go to 2-0 while the United States is now 0-2 in the season. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this edition and the first ever North American Bowl. We will see you next time. We have one game left here in week 2, and then it's on to week 3. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good night from Toronto. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-game report. We have one game left. It will be Great Britain taking on Albania, and as you can see, so looking at the standings, in Division 1, we have both France and Australia undefeated, as they are currently 2-0. Teams that are 1-1 include Italy, Spain, Argentina, Sweden, and Russia. And then we also have in Division 2, Germany and Canada are undefeated in Division 2. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more in the last game in Week 1, which will be Great Britain versus Albania.